Hi, welcome to the today's webinar. We are just waiting for few more people to join before we can begin. I can see a few guests who have already joined, few participants. We'll wait for another minute and then we can begin. I can see someone with the name Taboka. So I hope you are on the call. Can you just put a thumbs up? I think you've registered with us, but I'm not sure what's your name. If you can type in your name in the chat, that'll be very helpful. Okay, great. You're from Oxygas, Uganda. All right. Thank you so much for registering and joining this webinar. We'll begin shortly. Sorry, I was on mute. No, I just mentioned that we are at 3:34 India time. Should we wait for another minute or should we begin?
Let's wait for
Just one more minute. Just one more minute. Yeah. All right. All right, I think we must begin to respect the time of people who are already in the call. And that makes me welcome to all the participants of today's webinar. Hi, my name is Dr. Jaya Goyal, and I would be your host today for this webinar. It's for the first time that we at CryoCorp are doing these webinars to try and put across our message across to the community that we exist and we exist for a reason. So the topic of today's webinar is obviously, is your oxygen filling plant reliable, safe, and profitable? Basically, this webinar idea was to optimize the gas supply for small businesses that may have an air separation plant or a liquid bottling plant where they probably don't have the means to test how well is their plant performing, how to do an audit, and depending on the results, then to take decisions about it. So this webinar today will give you some idea about the safety, the reliability, and the profitability of either a liquid bottling plant or a air separation unit that you may have or you may be planning to, install at your facility. All right. So before moving ahead, I just want to say that there would be some very basic rules for today's webinar, some housekeeping rules, and I would share the topics that we are covering today. Basically, we will talk about the reliability and safety of oxygen gas filling plants, including logistics, supply, volatility, safety challenges. It could include pressure hazards and cylinder handling operations, and what has been some recent industry disasters. Then, of course, this comes under safety, and then we would move on to profitability, where what are some of the factors that need to be understood to maximize profitability. And finally, we move to strategy and solutions, both short-term, medium-term, and long-term. And we would also be very happy to share some tools that can help small business owners and decision makers. You may be directors of your business, and that those tools can help you to assess the efficiency and safety of your plant. So this is how we are planning to take ahead this webinar. I hope we are all, you're all with me till now. I'll just move ahead. So I definitely feel that since you have joined here and you are one of the decision makers of your business, I would want to make sure that whatever time you're spending here with us, you will definitely take back some of the strategies that we would be sharing with you today. The question and answer will follow soon after we complete, and you can even let your question be known in the chat function. That would help us indicate that you had a question, or you can even raise a hand and we can discuss it during the webinar, or if you want us to stop and if it's very pressing. So moving ahead. All right, we see that many people registered for this webinar, and this included owners of liquid bottling plants. I think I can see someone from Colombia registered. I'm not sure if they have joined, but we've had people from many parts of the world, register for the webinar. I hope they are on the call. And basically, steel companies, medical institutions, hospitals, healthcare facilities, manufacturing industries, which will include any commercial food processing and food packaging, pharmaceuticals, oil and gas industry, and even aviation and defense. These are some of the sectors that require oxygen, nitrogen, industrial gases, and these are our target audiences for this webinar. So I just wanted to make sure that these are some of the sectors that we are interested to reach out to. Now, I would want to introduce the speaker. We have with us Ashish Goyal. He is the managing director of Cryocorp, and he would be taking ahead the conversation about these themes. We'll give a detailed introduction about Ashish towards the end, but Ashish, do you want to just jump in and begin about the topic that we are dealing today? You're on mute.
Thank you, Jaya. for introducing me, and thank you for all people who have joined the session, especially the clients who are from our overseas countries for joining this small webinar. Let's start up with, as the topics were already been discussed: reliability, safety, and workability, and then the final decision of how the oxygen and the ASU units are functioning. Then we will just discuss on it. First part of it is, this slide says the reliability challenges of a liquid bottling unit. There are four types of challenges that generally happen if you use a liquid bottling unit. That is always also called as a LBU. First is the critical vendor discrepancy. This happens especially when the vendor, because in liquid bottling unit you do not have to, you do not manufacture your own liquid gas, yeah, liquid and gas. You have to source the liquid from other vendors. So it might result in having a short supply, because those vendors might be either in breakdowns, or they might have a machine breakdown, or they might have a shortage supply of the liquid, which will result uh, in non-functioning of a LBU if the liquid is not received on time for your to cater to your clients. Second is the transportation kickbacks. As this liquid is generally being sourced from different vendors, let it be the tonnage plants. So transportation is one of the major issues in this, such as eight issues, such as there might be some driver strikes, some transport union strikes, which generally occurs in countries like India. So the reliability of the entire LBU will depend on the transport services. If the transport services are hit, then then the liquid cannot be given to cannot reach the desired tankers. There are other bottlenecks also, such as cylinder kickback hack. In that, the cylinders might not have been generally the reliability of LBU depends upon the cylinders which are being um, uh, which are generally being used in this, the for filling the gas from the liquid bottling unit. There might be a shortage of the cylinders in the running of the LBU, which also is one of the major reliability concern for functioning of of a liquid bottling unit. Let's go to the next slide. The safety challenge is generally taken over by the safety challenges generally is there. When we're using a liquid bottling unit, so we have to handle continuous liquid which is at temperatures of -183 or -196, depends on oxygen and nitrogen. So any touch to our human skin, or any liquid leakage might lead to any human skin burns, which is very hazardous while using. So these types of safety, so this can be used this can be supported by using good safety kits, for cryogenic safety kits, which are one of the major things for to prevent this type of hazardous safety challenges which are there. Next is the manifolds. Suppose the manifolds are not being degreased properly, or there might be an oil trace inside the manifold, which would result in in either oxygen being very much reactive in when it comes in contact with oil. So oil, hydrocarbon, grease. So these things, the manifold should be properly pre-washed, CTC cleaned, or TCE cleaned, which should be done to prevent any major problems in that. And things.
So
Ignition.
basically, oil traces will lead to explosions, right? Because
Yes, oxygen is highly reactive when it comes in contact with oil and or grease. That is the though being oil a very so though being oxygen a life-saving gas, but when it comes in contact with oily substances like grease, oil, any type of machine oil, so it gets reactive and it results into a big what do you say explosion type of an of resultant, which is very hazardous. It might also result in blowing out of the cylinders, which is one of the major things. The third point of major of an LBU or an SU safety measure is the cylinders, the quality of cylinders or the testing of the cylinders, that is not that has to be done properly, because all these cylinders which have been rotational in the market might have been in rotation for a very long time. Probably it can be around you can say 2 years, 5 years, 6 years. So they require hydro testing certificates, which has to be done by using proper hydro testing equipments, which are manufactured by us also, and we definitely help our customers on that basis. Basic, I think so. I am being quite informative. The guests who have just come in, I hope that you are in sync with our with our discussions. If it's there, then can you please send us a positive response or a thumbs up, so that it will be more interactive to move ahead on this. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Mm, let's move to the next slide. Cylinder handling and floor operations. See, this is, as I explained, a small a view in the mm, as I explained in the last slide about the cylinder handling and floor operations, this is a slight elaboration on that. Generally, cylinders, when they are filled and when they are filled, they have a weight of around 55 to 60 kgs, and which is to be handled by the operators, which sometimes results in falling of the cylinders on the people who are handling it, and it leads to hazardous things such as breakage of bones, any wear and tear to the body parts. So it also sometimes cylinders are used in such reckless ways that it is just thrown on the operational side of the filling, where it may damage the walls and the fittings of the cylinders, which would not have been visually visible, but that would lead to leakages of oxygen and nitrogen, which are filled at very high pressures of 150 to 150 to 100, 150 to 200 kg cylinder pressures which are there. Thirdly, as I said, the cylinder, the what do you say, the cylinder quality has to be maintained, especially when you are working in such high pressures. Suppose you are working for pressures of 200 kg. If you are working for cylinders like hydrogen, cylinders for hydrogen or of argon, they are generally used for 200 kg pressures. In that, you have to have very well cylinder tested cylinders, because they have to have to bear that pressure. They have to be properly maintained, and if it is not maintained, it would result in high manpower loss also, and even the what do you say, the building loss and other functional, other structural losses also on that. Let's move to the new slide. Mm. See, these are the recent catastrophes that has happened because of not the safety norms not being followed in as per the parameters of the PESO or the Indian government standards. So it's a thing. It's an LBU in Mohali, Chandigarh in India. There's another in Jaipur and another in Kolkata, I think so. Yes, Kolkata is written. So these are LBUs, liquid bottling units, which have been there has been a massive explosion in their units, which has resulted in man loss, manpower loss, structural loss, damages to the entire reputation of of the company who have been doing this business for last more than 20 years. Mohali is a very old client of ours. He is doing business since the last, I think so, more than 30 years. And this small explosion has really tarnished his entire reputation. So this, especially these safety norms have to be specially taken care when you're working with liquid bottling units, and even in ASU also. But ASU being a self-reliant industry, it covers all these hazards. Only the hazardous point in a LBU is the bottling unit. Sorry, are the cylinders, which is the end part of the ASU, which is the manifold. So that manifold should be maintained properly in case of an ASU, but in LBU you have to maintain starting from the tank to the manifold, because you are directly in contact with oxygen and nitrogen as the gas. Uh, I hope these things are very much clear. Let's go to the let's go to the next slide of profit. What are the profitability challenges for a liquid bottling unit? See, the liquid bottling unit profitability challenges are first. Mm, you have to first, it's the vendors. Those are the vendors which are called as third party markup, because those vendors keep on varying the cost of the gas according the liquid according to their suitability. Sometimes they if the shortage is there of the liquid, they increase the cost of the gas without intimation. Though you're having a contract with you, then also they increase the cost of the gas. If there is excess of liquid, then they try to divert it to other new clients who are so that they can do more market penetration. The hidden tariffs are there. I told you the hidden tariffs. Hidden tariffs is the increase in the in generally the delivery surcharges sometimes increases. Suppose if there is a increase in the what do you say, in the fuel surcharge or other toll charges. Yeah, there are a lot of other things that come up. So those hidden charges are sometimes been accumulated and been added in the cost of the liquid which is being sent over to you. Sometimes these third-party vendors who are the tonnage plant users, they don't cater to their signed contracts also, and on the upper side of delivery of the liquid, they also bring in a lot of issues such as increase in the power tariffs. That is also one of the major issues of increasing of affecting the profitability. The other third part of profitability when in liquid bottling units, when you are using transferring the gases from the storage tanks or from the transportation tanks to the storage tanks, it really is affects the gas, because there are transfer losses which are very high. If you consider this slide, it shows that it daily gives a loss of 0.2%. Means when you are transferring from your what do you say, from your transportation tank to the storage tank, where it is generally done by using small hose pipes. The hose pipe connections and all those things, when they come in contact with the atmospheric air, they result in they result in losses. These losses sometimes even go up to, it is around 6 to 8% on every tanker which is received. So as per the statistics which is shown in this, it sometimes goes up to even 23% of the total revenue. If suppose you done on the if you have around 100 tankers in a year, to suffice your need for the liquid bottling units. Out of that, as per market statistics, around 23% of the tankers will be losses, which will affect the profitability of LBU, the liquid bottling unit. Especially if such types of losses are there, then this being a very high, it generally results in the liquid bottling unit being not so much profitable in compared to if a self-reliant air separation unit. I hope this is also clear. And profitability of ASU, yes. See, ASU profitability also is affected by four factors. We don't say key air separation units are much profitable than as compared to LBUs, because they are also having 3-4 major issues which are to be considered. One out of it is the capex, because when you are installing an air separation unit, the amount of capital expenditure which is initially been done in that is which is required in that is much more than the liquid bottling unit. So for that purpose, the capex being very high, if the turnaround time of the gas of your cylinders and the market rates are not so much conducive, that may result in ROI to be more than expected, which will affect your profitability. Second is there is a labor issue sometimes, because as when you're running an air separation unit, you require laborers to run the skilled laborers as well as unskilled laborers to run the air separation unit. So sometimes the skilled laborers are not so much competitive to match with the ASU maintenance, and they faultily they don't do the maintenance of the ASU properly, which results in ultimately the affecting affecting the filling time of the cylinders, which suppose if you are using if you are having a 200 cubic meter plant, if it gives a filling time of 32 minutes, that might increase to 40 minutes. Suppose there are some issues with the maintenance. That 8 minutes of counting, if you results, if you go for a 24-hour workout or 24-hour calculation, so it comes out to be around more than an hour of your wastage of electricity without any production. So that is also one of the major profitability issues of ASU, which has to be maintained. Third is the spares. Suppose you're using non-standard spares. Hmm. Yes, Jay.
Ashish,
Hmm.
Ashish, we are just 10 minutes. I mean, we need time for question and answers.
Okay,
And
okay,
we
okay,
need
okay,
to
okay. I'm just coming in.
request you to
Yes,
just
yes, yes, yes. So the reliability of spares are also one of the major reasons for the profitability of ASU. And last is but not the same, the safety measures and everything has been mentioned in it. Next is immediate action plan. See, immediate action plan is you have to have a oil-free and degreased oxygen manifold, and everything should be properly CTC washed, and what do you say, any no issues of none of the labor should be not allowed to do any of these. They have to, it should be compulsory to do all the de-oil greasing and all those stuff. Secondly, cylinder testing should be done properly, so that you get all the cylinders have been properly tested, which won't result in any explosion type of a thing. And third is just hold on. It is uh, documented in operational SOPs. think you should have a standard operating procedures for all these LBUs. So how to maintain it, and all the pumps and the other vaporizers and the cryogenic tank should be maintained properly, so that there is no leakages of any liquid gas and all those. These are the immediate plans should be done for to the LBUs to run properly. AMC and C. If you're running an air separation unit, then you should do an AMC for that. AMC would help you to get external skilled labor to just cross check your plants, and so that the maintenance contracts are done properly and the maintenance is done properly. Any faulty machines can be repaired, and it can be done properly. And cylinder handling, instead of throwing the cylinders on the operational deck, it should be either used by using proper machines to handle the cylinders. Either it should be used in a skid. The cylinders should be made in a skid form. In that, a bank of 25 cylinders should be made, and it should be handled accordingly by using machines, so that there is no manpower handling in that, and it won't result in any manpower loss or any hurt or any hurt to the manpower. Next is the last slide, was complete to LBUs and ASUs. There is always a conflict in between that, to either to use an LBU or an ASU. ASU is a self-reliant method of production of gas, and on-site gas generation would helps you to come out of the hassle of transfer of all the gases, of all the liquid from a different location to your location, which is one of the major positive aspect of using an air separation unit. The only positive part of a liquid bottling unit is that there are no major machineries to be handled on it. That can be done by even a small semi-skilled labor who can just handle it. But that also results in a lot of other types of losses, which I know that the people who are having a liquid bottling unit are well versed with that. That also results in ultimately in affecting the profitability of the liquid bottling unit. I think so. I have been through with all the matter, and this is the yes. Jaya, can you just explain what is this on that?
All right. So I hope this was useful information about what are the challenges and what are some of the strategies, both short term, medium term, and a little long term strategies to overcome these challenges. Some of the suggested strategies, of course, and to help the participants, the small businesses, as I said, we at Cryocorp understand this industry since we are working in this sector since last 20 years. And in an age of AI, how can we not use AI to the benefit of our customers and clients? So we have created a specialized cryogenics GPT. It's a chat GPT where we have trained the GPT on most of the questions. It could be both technical as well as commercial questions about it could be like which plant, what capacity, what kind of spares, what maintenance. If you contact us, what are the procedures, especially for export, import related queries. So it has a whole lot of anything, and in fact you can ask anything about cryogenics, and it's a feature that we have put it on our website. And if you need, I can give a very very short demo. I can ask my team. Avnish, would you mind if we go to Cryocorp's website and you can show where this chat GPT is available?
Yes, ma'am. Also, ma'am, shared in the chat.
All right. So Avnish has shared the link of this GPT in the chat. And please, I would request the participants who've come here to definitely try it. It has no cost. It will only ask your name, your email ID, and your maybe your contact number, because we would like to know who is using it. But other than that, it is very safe. It will not ask you any further details. And you can use the GPT to ask any kind of technical and commercial questions related to your plant or anything else that you're looking for. All right. So, oh, okay. So Avnish has shared the screen, and this is our website. Whenever you open Cryocorp, you will reach here, and on the right side there is a Chat GPT sign. You can click that, and it will open the Chat GPT window. So that's the Chat GPT window that has opened. I think it's a bit slow. The internet is a bit slow, so we cannot see the whole window. Avnish, I'm afraid we cannot see anything.
It's too very bright, I think so.
No, it's totally white screen, blank screen.
We are able to see.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually.
We are able to
Okay,
see the
great.
new chat, search, library, plugins, everything is available.
Nice, nice. So would any one of you would like to kind of ask any questions related to cryogenics? We can just do a live demo. Anything on the chat if you'd like, or maybe say it and we can ask the question to the GPT. Yeah, I can see it now. Anybody would like to volunteer? Satish?
I'll start from the basics, like what are the requirements
Okay.
of an oxygen plant?
Okay. What are the requirements of buying an
Installation
oxygen
of an
plant?
oxygen plant, yeah.
Installation. What are the, please type the whole question, please, Avnish. What are the requirements? What are the requirements?
The requirement to set up an oxygen plant, right?
Yeah.
What are the requirements to set up an oxygen plant? Question mark? the GPT will, it is asking which technology, because oxygen plant has many, technology. So is it is air separation? Sorry, are you able to hear me? No, I'm not on mute. I hope everyone is able to hear me. There
Yes,
could
you
be
can
some-
refine it for air separation units.
Yes. So you can say air separation plants. Avnish, you can write air separation plants. Okay, ASU is also fine. It'll understand. But it will again ask you to give your name, email ID, and phone number.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
then, yeah, then only ask you your full name and phone number and email ID, and type in any name for now. Avnish, you can type in your name. Yeah, that's fine. And then it will start engaging with you and giving you answers. Let's see what it says now. Just say allow. Okay, it saved your details, and then it is saying, okay, you have to tell us the capacity, the site requirements. It will ask for how much land do you have, utilities.
Minimum, the least capacity.
Yeah, so you will have to then put it down. Like, I need the smallest ASU, and I have X amount of
Land.
space available. You know, and it has already stocked. It has already given you major equipments that ASU will have. It will have air compressor.
We are not able to see that. Huh?
Yeah, it shows 80 cubic meter, smallest model. Can you see that? It's on the screen.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, so it will give you details about what pressure, what is the size that you need, how much would be its air pressure, operating pressure, and how much time it will take to fill. You can still go ahead and keep on asking more questions, and it will answer. And it will also ask you further questions to help you clarify. So this is a GPT which is meant for the cryogenics industry, and it has very detailed understanding of how even exports happen, like what is internally, if you come up with a query, what are the next steps, and how does the entire export happens from India to any other country, if you are based out of Africa, anywhere in Africa or other global south, because we have most of the clients in global south. So it is equipped to handle very detailed and very specific questions related to the cryogenics industry. All right. So
Okay.
we move on to the next tool. It's very interesting. So I definitely want to show the tools that are available for participants who have come to this webinar on how they can test their own plants. So Avnish, I request you to go back to the presentation, please. Please go back to the presentation. We've already shared the link of this GPT in the chat, and yes, so we just gave some initial examples of what can be asked. And yeah, so this is the GPT assistant. We have full-fledged digital AI-based tools for all the clients. And the first tool is air separation unit efficiency quiz. So if any one of you who already have an existing ASU and they want to test what is the efficiency of this ASU, this is a free quiz. Again, it will only ask your email ID and your name. And if we can share the links in the chat. Yes, we have shared the links in the chat. And this quiz will tell you exactly how much is your ASU performing. It will ask you certain, technical questions about, what is your power consumption, how much capacity is your ASU. It will ask you certain questions and then it will give you a result. And ideally, you should take this result and, if possible, share it with your management, share it with your team. And we are also there if you would want to share this report with us in a short consultation call. We would be very happy to even discuss the results of this test. So it will look like this. You will just need to enter your email ID. And Avnish, if you can enter your email ID here. And if you just say start the quiz, and it will just briefly give you why you should take this quiz, why the assessment, and how will it help you. Just a short introduction and a rating scale. It will give you a rating scale. And once you start the assessment, it will have one question at a time. So things like how often do you do preventive maintenance? It will say 4 to 6 months, 1 year, or when something happens, so you will answer this and then you keep moving ahead in this quiz. So there are 15 questions in all these quizzes, and they are mostly multiple choice questions. You don't have to type anything. Only I think one question, last question, has it's an open-ended question. Rest all are multiple choices, and it will give you a test result. I think Avnish is trying to show how it will look as a test result. See, it will give you a score, 74 on 100, which is a good score, and it will say good performance. And it will say that there is a little bit of money losing, but it is not very risky for you. And what you need to do to, go ahead with, your maintenance or what action you take. Of course, it is very high level in the sense that we haven't gone deep into it, but it will at least give you some idea about the plant functioning. So this is one of the quizzes about the air separation units. We have a very interesting another tool on the liquid bottling unit safety assessment. So it will assess the safety of the liquid bottling unit. Since we don't have too much time, I suggest that we don't show the demo right now, but we share the links of this, and these links are also available on our website. All these links are definitely available on our website. I would encourage all of you to definitely go and test this. It will only require your email ID for our reference, and it doesn't ask for too much information, and it only comes to us. And we are very, very responsible in the way we process information about our clients, and it will not be used for any promotional purposes. We also have a liquid bottling unit efficiency quiz. One is the safety quiz and the other is an efficiency quiz. That is also very interesting to understand how much losses or what kind of, the plant is able to perform and not have any loss of the gas. The final tool that I wanted to share is the plant's savings calculator. So it can help you calculate what kind of savings and you could do for your plant. This is also a very interesting tool that you must try out. So with these, I think we are coming to the end of the webinar. Ashish, this is about you. So we have been in this business Ashish has been in this business is more than 20 years. It was a family-owned business, and his father was also from Sanghi organization, a very large ASU manufacturer in India. And since 1996, I think we are in this business. So he has a pretty good understanding of this industry. He's been member of the Engineering Export Promotion Council and the IGMA in India, and he obviously has an engineering background. We also do a lot of specialized machinery at our facility near Mumbai. We are manufacturing many of the cryogenic pumps and engines. And so this is about Ashish, and he'll be very happy if any one of you would like to connect with him one-on-one. And this is a quick scan for anyone who wants to join our WhatsApp community. We have a WhatsApp community where we post a lot of educational content and even news related to cryogenics, quizzes, blogs, and a lot of information about the cryogenics industry, which can help you to maintain your plant and ensure that it is highly profitable. You could also set up a one-on-one consultation meeting with us and book the calendars. We've given the link, and we'll be very happy to meet you one-on-one. And before we go, I think we definitely need to take some questions. I would request my team member Yuvraj, if you've had any questions, or we can even open the discussion to all the attendees. Please unmute yourself, and if you have any questions, we'll be very happy to discuss it. Can they indicate it in the chat if there is any question? Or if there are none, we can close the meeting. Are there any questions? I think most of the people have left, right? Sorry. Are there any questions? All right, there are no questions. All right, thank you so much. But we would really encourage anyone to come up with anything that they would like to ask. I think one of you said that will we be able to share the slides? I think we can share the recording of this webinar with the attendees, but slides is something that I'm not sure we can share. We can definitely share the recording. Ashish, you're on mute. Can't hear you.
This is just a beginning. This is our first webinar, and we'll be coming up with a lot of things about ASU and LBUs and a lot of other factors, how to operate ASU. Also, we will be coming up with few webinars if it's possible, and we're definitely going to more and more people to join in, and hope that all our international clients and national and Indian clients have got all the information they require. And thank you for joining it. Thank you.
Thanks, Ashish. Thanks, Jaya. Wonderful webinar. We are looking forward to more such in the future. Best of luck and
Thanks.
good luck. Best wishes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm signing
Thanks.
off right now. Thanks a
All
lot.
right. Thanks, Satish, for joining.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. We close the meeting. If there are no such questions, no further questions. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Thanks to every one of you internally, our team who made this possible. Thanks. Bye-bye. Have a great evening.